People are starting to wake up to the power of NFT games and how much profits you can earn from them. I talk about this all the time, but NFT games are exploding right now, and there are some really great mobile-based games that you can earn really great profits, anywhere from $10 to $15 to $50 a day on some of these great mobile games. Today I'm going to show you my top 4 mobile games where you can earn the maximum amount of profits by playing a video game on your mobile device. Are you ready? Well, hey there, crypto friends. Thanks again for joining me. So today we're talking all about mobile NFT games that you can profit from on the daily. These are games that you can earn anywhere from $10 to $15, or if you're an avid player, maybe even $50 a day on some of these mobile NFT-based blockchain games. Mobile gaming has exploded over the last few years, and we've seen thousands and thousands of people switching over or moving over to playing on mobile versus playing on desktops or playing console games. And so the mobile section of gaming has absolutely exploded, and NFT games are no exception. Today I'm going to show you my top 4 games where you can earn the most profits from playing these games on the daily. But before we get started with all of that, if you love games, NFTs, and earning money in crypto, then make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and smash that like button if you want to continue to earn and maximize your profits with me. All right, so let's go take a look at my top 4 games here, because they're all very different in the way that they play and the way that you can play and earn in them. So I'm going to show you a little bit of breakdown of what the game looks like and a little bit of how it plays and how you actually can earn profits in each one of these games. All right, so here we are at the first game, and the first game that we're going to be talking about today is Binemon. This is a cryptocurrency-based mobile game that is on the Draken network, which is not one of the big popular networks, but it has gained quite a bit of popularity on mobile as being a really great Android and iOS-based game that you can earn rewards on. And it's kind of like a virtual pet style game with some RPG battle elements to it. So what you're doing is you're buying these eggs and you're cracking open the Binemon, and they have random different stats, right? So there's 4 different types of Binemon that you can get out of that, and then there's 5 different classes, and so each one of them will have a little bit of different stats. And so you can battle these Binemon in either a PvE or PvP mode. Now, while the initial sale of the Binemon are done in Darkcoin, DRK, you can go and actually hatch these, and then you can level them up and sell them on the marketplace. And you can see here some of the recent sales or recent trades that we've seen here is for some pretty big money. Initially these Binemon, these crypto characters like NFTs, they go for about 800 dark, which is a set price. It's about $32 or so. So this is one of those games that all these games are fairly cheap to get involved in. They do have some barrier to entry. They're not necessarily all free to play, but you do have to do some small investment up front to be able to get started on this. So once you have your Binemon, you can crack him open, start battling with him, and earning in-game currency called Ambrosia, which is AMB token, and that is part of their reward structure. So you can use that token to be able to fuse your Binemons together and level them up, and then you sell them on the marketplace for profits, or be able to sell the native token itself too. For some of these rewards and profits on the daily. And so this is one of those games where if you like a Pokemon style game where you're leveling up your little creatures and battling them against other people's creatures, then I think that you'll actually really like Binemon as a way to earn this. And so this is one of those games where the rate of earning is a little bit less than some of the other ones I'm going to feature here later in the video, but it's a lot of fun. All these games are games that are actually interesting and fun to play. They're not just click games where you get bored and you're like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm earning, but this is boring, right? These games are actually fun to play. So we'll look at a little bit of game footage here from their YouTube channel. And so you can see basically you're breeding, you're fighting, and you're earning based upon what you have there. And so this is what it looks like when you open an egg. you have it pop open and you get a random Binemon with a random generated assets or class, and also their different levels for power, defense, HP, and MP. And you, as you play these characters, you level them up, right? So leveling them up, you can either do that through fighting, or you can do that through the fusion, right? The fusing of the two characters. And as they level up, they go from being a baby to a teenager to an adult. And of course, the adult Binemons fetch a lot more profit. They're definitely not, it's not the easiest to get them to that level, but if you can, and you do, and put that time in, they sell for big money on the marketplace. And so you can see here them kind of fusing other Binemons together. You have these couple levels together, and you can fuse it into a more powerful Binemon, which gives you these unique traits. So you can see that it's been upgraded and looks a little bit different too. So that's a pretty interesting aspect of what Binemon has going on. So yeah, so with Binemon, it is very easy to be able to play, have fun, and do this on mobile, and continue to earn while you're battling your pets and keeping up with your virtual Binemon pets. But like I said, not the highest of the 4 different games that we're talking about today, but still tons of fun, and a game that is very up and coming. They have a huge roadmap where they're building out a whole metaverse. So the game you have right now is definitely going to be expanded over the next couple of years, and they're being very aggressive about that roadmap as well. All right, so the number 2 game that I'm going to be looking at is called League of Kingdoms. League of Kingdoms is a virtual, land-owning game that it's kind of like one of these builder games like Age of Empires, right? Where you have your empire, you're building it up with different pieces, and based upon the rating of your land, if you own these land NFTs, you earn daily rewards in DAI. Now, you do have to have a land NFT to be earning these really great high-end rewards, but if you make that initial investment, you can do that. Now, you can play this game for free. It's not required that you have to have a land NFT. You can actually earn rewards in other ways as well by just going out and playing the game and collecting resources, and then minting the resources and selling them on a marketplace like OpenSea. So this game gives you quite a few different ways to be able to earn in it, depending on whether you have an NFT and you've invested in that, or whether you haven't. And so that's why I love the fact that they've made the barrier to entry for this game quite low. A lot of other games don't give you a free way to get started in earning, but League of Kingdoms does. So you can start building and collecting resources even if you don't have a land there, and sell those resources in a marketplace for profits. Now, if you look at it, we can look at a little bit of gameplay here, and you can see a little bit what it looks like building up your kingdom. And one of the interesting things is, if you are a landowner and you are building up your land rating, which is what your daily DAI rewards are based on, you do have to keep that up. So if you don't upkeep your land and it starts to drop in rating, your daily amount of rewards are going to also drop. So that's something you have to take in consideration, that this investment definitely requires you to be continually playing this game to keep up your lands and keep building and expanding your kingdom and fighting for hegemony, as they say, which I think is a kind of funny word to use in a video. But yeah, so you're fighting against these other kingdoms. You have a bunch going on. There's a ton of different gameplay in this versus what is going on in Binemon, where the gameplay is very straightforward. League of Kingdoms gives you a lot of different options of ways to be able to play and maximize and battle and build up your kingdom and make strategic alliance and all these really great things. So League of Kingdoms is still a really great way to be able to do this, and playing and earning through this game is in multiple different ways, getting those DAI rewards or selling the assets on the store. All right, so my number 3 game, and one of my favorites on this list, the one I play the most, is Splinterlands. Splinterlands is a card-based battling game where you collect different cards and you pick them based upon different criteria for the rules of the game, and it is a way that you can actually, there's ways that you can actually earn in multiple different ways. So not only do you earn rewards by playing each league or each season, which is 2 weeks long, depending on what rating you get during that season, you get a different amount of rewards. So there's one way of earning there, and then you could sell those cards or rent them out. But then you can also, get these daily quests. And so if you look at the daily quests that they have here, You just follow this and you'll get a reward chest. So there could be a card in there. There could be DEC, which is their in-game currency, dark energy crystals. And so you earn those as you battle as well. So you're earning dark energy crystals when you battle. You're earning rewards when the season ends. You can see there's 12 days in this season. You can also earn rewards by renting out your cards. And you also earn newly rewards with the new token they have, right? The Splinter Shards token, SPS token, and that as actual rewards based upon the amount of cards you have. So Splinterlands gives you a ton of ways to earn rewards and earn them passively, earn them actively, earn them, based upon your gameplay, how well you do. So it's very skill based as well. And that's a different thing versus some of these other games, is that this is a very skill-based game. And so you can see a little bit of gameplay here for Splinterlands and what it looks like. This is basically what you're doing is you're picking the card lineup based upon some of the criteria. The mana cap and the rules you can see are all set here. The mana cap and what splinters you can use. And the game is an auto battler. Like you don't have to actually do anything once you pick the card. You just go to the thing in here and you can see the battle play out. Here we're doing it in fast time. You can actually usually just skip the results too, but it gives you a good idea of what the gameplay looks like and how you actually battle and what they're doing right in the actual game itself. So Splinterlands gives you a ton of ways to play and earn, and of course you can play this game on iOS or Android, and you can download the app from the Play Store just like League of Kingdoms and Binemon, all available on both platforms. And a very popular game. And this is one of the original NFT games as well. So they have really done a good job of fleshing out all the features. There are guilds, there's tournaments that are built in. There's so many great things to explore in Splinterlands and ways to earn on the daily. And with the recent explosion of their in-game token, the rewards are plentiful. And this is one of the highest grossing in-game rewards for a mobile game that is out there. And last but not least is one of my favorite games as well, which is Axie Infinity. Now, this is a game that there is a little bit of a higher barrier to entry. The Axies themselves, you need a team of 3 Axies, and it is a game where you are, leveling up your Axies by playing them in the PvE, or you can do PvP. And as these Axies level up, they get a little bit better stats. And the stats are also really just some of their attacks and their cards that they get, because this is a card-based battler, but that uses these Axies as kind of the back end. So the cards that they have available to them are based upon the attributes and stats of each Axie. The Axies are fairly expensive on the marketplace. You're looking that you're going to be spending anywhere between $300 or more per Axie, and you do need a team of 3 to battle it out in Axie. But it is a great mobile game, and if you can get that amount of money or those amount of Axies to get started, then you can definitely earn a good amount. There are people that are earning $50 to $100 a day on Axie Infinity if they're playing very avidly. These are people that are playing 8 to 10 hours a day, so don't think you're going to pick it up for 30 minutes. Most of these games you do have to play quite a bit and be very involved to continue to earn and maximize your profits on the daily. So really take that consideration that you might want to find one that best suits you, and kind of jump in and see what it really costs to play. In conjunction to a game like Splinterlands, it only costs about $10 to get started, which you need for Spellbook. Axie Infinity is a little bit more expensive, but there is a lot going on. There are a lot of players playing, and there's a lot of opportunity there to be earning their in-game token called SLP, which is what you win when you win PvE battles or PvP battles. And so SLP tokens can be used to breed your Axies, which you could then sell those Axies in the marketplace, kind of similar to Binemon, or you could actually just sell the SLP tokens on the market in the same way that we saw with Binemon doing the AMB tokens, the Ambrosia token. So some similarities there in these. And Axies are super cute. Why wouldn't you want? I mean, you want to get on Axies if you could, right? So like I said, there's a lot going on there. It is one of the premier blockchain games and is really great and easy to play on mobile. In conjunction to some of these desktop games, which you just couldn't do. So these are some of the top 4 NFT mobile games that you can play on both Android and iOS. And they're fairly easy to get started with. Like I said, the only ones that really have a huge cost prohibitive is Axie Infinity, but all of them do have some sort of cost associated with them, give or take, to be able to get going. League of Kingdoms is really the only one that you can play without having some sort of major investment. So Hopefully you guys like that breakdown of my top 4 NFT-based mobile games where you can actually earn daily profits between $10, $15, or $50 depending on how much you're investing. I want to hear from you guys. Are you guys mobile gamers? Let me know what you're playing below so I can check them out. And if you're playing any one of these games on this list, I'd love to hear about it. That's all we have for today, folks. Until next time, stash that crypto, friends.